right, let's get into something very important, extremely important, and that is, well, a couple of my favorite bands from the late 80s. In fact, they would be my two favorite bands from the late 80s, a period that is often shunned and looked down upon by many a rock and metal fan, are Extreme and Winger. I've always loved those two bands, and I've always felt that they have so much diversity and talent that they're undeniable. And both of these bands are releasing new albums within the next 2 or 3 months, and that has me very excited. So let me start. I'm going to start with Winger, and I'm going to rank these albums. So you extreme metal fans, just hold your nose and bear with it, man, and maybe even give them a shot. Winger. Yes, it's almost a dirty word in some circles still, and it should not be. If your only knowledge of the band is the song 17, which is their biggest song, you are mistaken, because that is not what the band is about. Yes, that is an element of the band, but they have so many different elements, and they have such a diverse range, and just fantastic band. Some of the best musicians ever are in this one band. So here's the ranking. They don't have many albums. They only have 6. The next one coming out is entitled 7, meaning that will be the 7th album. Unfortunately, I don't have that yet. I hope to get it, but we'll see. So I'm going to start with my least favorite. By least favorite doesn't mean it's a bad album. Winger's never released a bad album. It should be noted. That's a fact. Okay. Factual information. Winger's never released a bad album. Yeah. Okay, so Winger, their first album, would be my least favorite album. Now this is maybe their probably simplest album, I suppose, and their most of the time, I guess you would say. But even though there are some great songs in here, Madeline is a great song. It's an opening song. Hungry is good. State of Emergency, Time to Surrender, Headed for Heartbreak is one of the best ballads, of all time. It's undeniable. A very good album. And even the song 17, while it's not my favorite, if you deconstruct that song a bit, you're going to find a lot more than you may imagine. And that riff, that guitar riff, is not easy. It's not simple. There's a lot going on there. And yeah, it's a very good album. Now, next in line is 1990s In the Heart of the Young. For a long time, this was my least favorite. I'd say the first 4 songs don't strike me, even though Miles Away is a great ballad. However, the first 4 songs, I find myself skipping past, usually. But after that, man, Rainbow in the Dark that's a Dio song. Rainbow in the Rose is so good. That really shows off their prog elements, and they have a lot more areas in this album where they really kind of show off that prog side of them, which is my favorite. And The Day We'll Never See, again, does that very well. In the Heart of the Young also has a lot of the prog elements. Dirty Little Blonde, oh, what a killer guitar riff in that one. Same with Baptized by Fire. Okay, they have a little rap section in there. It's of the time. I forgive them. And it doesn't sound bad. It actually sounds good. You Are the Saint, I Am the Singer is a killer song. Under One Condition is a great ballad. Listen to it if you don't believe me. I dare you. So there we go. Next up, for me, this is where it gets really tough, because these next albums, I love all of these almost equally, it seems. But next up would be, I'm going to go in order, 1993's album Pull. Now, a lot of Winger fans feel that this is their best, and you would not be completely out in left field to suggest that. Blind Revolution Mad is a killer song. In My Veins, Spell I'm Under, Junkyard Dog, Tears on Stone, all incredible. Who's the One, man? The last song on this is a killer closer. No Man's Land. There's nothing bad here. Down Incognito. Oh, this album is killer, and this shows off their darker side. They're starting to get darker. Is it their grunge attempt? You could say, but not really. I don't think so. I mean, as we'll see going forward, I think this is more that this is them. And perhaps their first two were a little more influenced on the time than actually later on. Okay? So now we got 3 albums left, and these are tough, man. These are really difficult. Oh, what am I don't even know what I'm going to do because, okay, I'm going to go with 2014's Better Days Coming. And this one's tough. This one started off as I didn't love this album immediately out of the gates, but this album really, really grown on me. And it's filled with killer songs. Everything on here is killer. Queen Babylon, oh, so good. It's got a lot of progressive elements again, and it's just heavy as hell. Rat Race is just almost thrashy. Better Days Coming is not my favorite. It's fun. It's kind of funky and just groovy. It's cool, though. Tin Soldier, man, we're getting into some serious prog in this song. Great keyboard work. Great, just a circular. Feels like he keeps circling around. Love that song so much. So Long China. Storm and Me, man, is dark and just that riff is just slow and churning. Oh, it's so good. Out of This World is fantastic. This album is a killer album, and it's hard for me to put it at number 3 because I love that album so much. But right now, it's going to be at number 3, meaning number 2 is going to be Winger 4. This is probably their maybe heaviest, maybe most experimental album that they've done. Some real atonal music going on some of these songs, but some things get heavy as hell. But a song like Blue Suede Shoes is beautiful. It's gorgeous. So many layers, vocal harmonies, so much going on in these songs. Generica goes off into this weird, spacey, jazzy thing with a ton of prog elements, ton of stops and starts. At the end, it just goes into this jam. It is awesome. M16, Right Up Ahead, Your Great Escape, Disappear is a killer song, man. Short Flight to Mexico is awesome. This is a killer album, and if you turn up your nose when you hear the name Winger, you're like, oh, they're not heavy. Listen to some of this album, and you'll see that they are heavy. What I've always loved about this band is they fall in this in-between zone where, yeah, sometimes they can be a little bit ARO. Yeah, I think. Did I get that right? Whatever, doesn't matter. They can be a bit hard rock. Sometimes they can be a bit metal. They throw all these, and they can be very prog at times, and they throw all these elements in, and it comes out Winger. Every song sounds like Winger, and it combines all these elements, and it's just in between every other musical genre and every other band. It falls right kind of in the cracks, and that's why some people don't get them. But I have always loved this band just for the diversity and for the sheer talent, and the songwriting is just spectacular. And okay, Kip Winger is a killer bassist, killer vocalist as well. Now, somebody cannot like his vocals. That's fair. Not everybody's vocals is suitable for everybody. It's all subjective. But nobody can say, oh, he can't sing. Oh, he's got a killer voice, man, and a killer range. A great vocalist. So, yeah. Okay, so, and Reb Beach always finds the perfect guitar solo in every song, no matter the circumstance. he always finds the perfect guitar solo that just gets every little bitty ounce of energy and emotion out of that song. And every one of his solos, almost on every song by Winger, are a song within the song. They are always so memorable. Such a great guitarist, a great riff master, but his solos are just so tasty and take you to another place. And that is another thing that I love about Winger's music. Their best album, though, is Karma. It is 2009's Karma. This is killer riff after killer riff. This is showing off their more hard rock side. They go proggy sometimes here, but they really show off the hard rock side and their heavy side and sometimes their fun side. But okay, Stone Cold Killer. Big World Away is just huge, amazing. Come a little closer. Let's go. Pull Me Under is so good. Supernova is just a fantastic song. Feeding Frenzy, heavy as hell. Get to a song that I love, by the way, but so different. After all this time, it's not hard rock at all. It's more like a blues ballad, and it's so Kip's voice in this is outstanding, and Reb's solo on here is just killer. That I mentioned they got Rod Morgenstein on drums, and he is just a badass drum player. And throughout all the Winger material, he really keeps it right in line, but then he throws in some fills that are just like, whoa. And so it's this album. Karma is, I think, if I was going to point any person, go check out Winger, give him a shot. Listen to Big World Away, and then listen to Pull Me Under, listen to Supernova, Stone Cold Killer, and you'll see just how talented this band can be. So Winger. They got a new album coming out. It is on I think it's May. I love Winger, so I'm gonna do more Winger material. So you'll hear about it. But it's Winger 7. They got a new single out, and it's another killer, dark, heavy Winger song, and it's fantastic. Thank you for watching. Listen to Winger.